Yo, what's going on, my buddies? Totaljophes coming at you with some kind of sad news about the Xbox 360, as well as some interesting news and potentially sad news about an upcoming Marvel movie. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, which you might, considering that I'm a little bit late to report this, but I've been kind of busy, give me a break. Microsoft is done creating Xbox 360s. Well, it was gonna have to come eventually. With the Xbox One and PS4 already getting a good few years old, the 360 had to stop at some point. We just said goodbye to the PlayStation 2 not too long ago, and now we say goodbye to the 360. This doesn't mean that you won't be able to get 360s anymore. You'll still be able to find the new ones that are still new up till this point, but you won't find any new ones after this point. And you could always still go find used ones, of course. But let's face it, if you're going to own a 360, you probably already own one. They've been out for quite a long time. But man, it really does make you feel old that the 360 is officially retiring. I mean, back in the day, that was the cutting-edge, brand-new console that everybody was excited about, alongside the PS3, but of course the PS3 kind of had a shitty launch, so it was mainly the 360 at first. Now let's take a moment of silence to remember the greatness that the 360 brought us and all of the amazing games that we had for it. And there's a moment of silence. Now, I personally had a very good relationship with my 360. I didn't get a PS3 until just 2 years ago or so pretty much all of the games that I played on the last generation was on the 360. I mean, some of my most fond memories are on that console. I mean, Devil May Cry 4 was a big one. As much as people hate 13, I did love 13-2, and 13-2 was on that one. I had all the DLC for that shit, oh my god. Not to mention, you can't forget about the Halo games. Halo 4, in particular, was just, one of my favorites. I mean, I know the whole handing it off to 343 thing was kind of iffy for a lot of people, but I really enjoyed it. But yes, it is that day. Or rather, that day was a couple of days ago, but you get my point. Goodbye, 360. We will miss you. We technically still have you, but we will miss new ones of you, and we will never forget the amazing games that you brought us. Now, for the other piece of news that I have, kind of an interesting piece. Now, for those of you who keep up with the Marvel movies, you probably know that a couple of years ago, Marvel released this sort of timeline for the next few years of all of the movies they plan on releasing over those years. I mean, it had Captain America Civil War, Thor 3, the Avengers movies, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, that sort of stuff. But another movie that was on there was known as the Inhumans. Now, I haven't read too much of the comics about them, but I have heard a few things here and there. If you're curious about who they are, I suggest you go look it up. But they were going to have a movie at the end of 2018, right? Now, a while back, they pushed the release date back to 2019. And then it kind of made it sound like they were pushing the release date back a little bit more, considering the Spider-Man movie that they're making. But now, it doesn't have a release date at all. Some people are thinking this might mean that they canceled the movie. I personally don't think that's the case, though. Hear me out. Considering the unexpected, coming home of Spider-Man to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they didn't think they were going to have a Spider-Man movie at first, but now they are. And then Ant-Man, I don't know if they were planning a sequel at first, but they definitely are now, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, I mean, considering these other movies that they're going to have to shove in there, it's only natural that other movies got pushed back that, at least in most people's opinions, might not have been as looked forward to. Might not have been as hyped up. Because, after seeing Ant-Man, people are going to want to see Ant-Man too, but not a lot of people know about the Inhumans. So naturally, that was a selected one to be pushed back, especially since that was towards the end of their timeline anyway. But no, I don't think this means that they canceled it. I think this means that they just don't quite know when they want the release date to be, because they do have these new movies that they have to fit in there, so they're not entirely sure. So they're just taking the release date off for now, And then once they have a better idea of exactly how this is going to play out, we'll probably see them put that back in their timeline. So for those of you that were really looking forward to it, don't lose hope. I highly doubt they canceled it, considering that if they planned that far ahead, they probably had them pretty well written into everything that they were doing. So relax. I don't think it's canceled, but of course, I could be wrong. I'm not God. I get wrong sometimes. So, yeah. Is it canceled? Is it not? Is it just pushed back? Who knows? I think it's pushed back. What do you guys think? Let me know. Tell me your fondest memories of the 360. I would really love to hear that. And I want to hear what you guys think about this Inhumans being pushed back or canceled. Who knows? But let me know. Definitely leave a like on this video and subscribe for future videos because I will be uploading multiple every week as usual. So, that'd be about it. So until next time, stay pretty, my buddies.